Hey guys, this is Bryce. Today let's just be talking about, like why advertising is so hard for most people to really succeed in. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, I'm in my car using my hands-free driving device. So today I just wanted to kind of just talk to you real quick as I'm on my way to my to an event I have to go and be an assistant for somebody who asked me to. So it's really important, guys, to note that the reason why advertising is so hard for most people is because your time horizon when you're first starting out is way too short. Most of the ways that most people advertise is designed to, they have the intention that they're going to just, put out the ad, it's going to go and call out to the specific person who needs the service right now, and the person's going to come to them, and that person's going to say, hey, I need your service. And in some cases that does work. But for the majority of leads that you get with an ad, all the ad serves to do, and the only real purpose of the ad is for you to get that eyeball on your business at this moment in time. Now, the place where everyone struggles is they don't have a great process to take an eyeball and turn that eyeball into someone who is going to pay them cash money tomorrow and today. Right, that's the biggest weakness, right? So that's why, like whenever I work with someone, we always wait until they're at least $10,000 to $12,000 per month before we even turn on advertisements. I think there's only been 2 of my students where during the program they actually used advertisements, because there's so much opportunity in social media and free things that will allow you to be able to go and get views, be able to go and get more money extremely quickly without you feeling like you have to spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month on ads. Because quite frankly, if you're spending $3,000 a month on ads and you don't really have a client yet, that means that you really need to refocus on how your process is to turn a lead into a client. Okay, because always remember this: the more money that you spend in ads, the more money you need to be able to consistently collect from the people that are going to pay you money. Or else you're not going to be able to break even, you're going to lose money, and then long term it's just going to be really, really challenging. See, one real challenge as well with ads, if maybe you haven't noticed, is that no matter whether or not you make any money, the platform that is serving and selling you the ad is making money on you 24/7, or as long as the ad is actually running. So it's just kind of this weird spiral where it's just no matter how much money you make, it's consistently pulling money out of your bank account, and it gets very, very frightening and very fearful. So instead you need to start really thinking about, number one, do I have a good process to turn someone who knows about my accounting or my bookkeeping business, and do I have a process that can take that person, take that eyeball, take that view, and then turn them into someone who actually trusts me, knows me, likes me, and then actually wants to pay me some money? If the answer is no, you can't consistently do that yet, then you should not be running advertisements. Also, please forgive me if I'm on the highway now, so my car is probably a little bit louder than what my voice is. So sorry if the audio is not to your standards, to your liking. I'd recommend you go watch another one of my videos, because I generally don't do videos inside the car. It's just this thought kind of came up and I wanted to really save somebody, because I was speaking to this student he just joined last Friday or so into the my private mentorship program, and he had spent a lot of money in ads, and it's funny, recently some of my newer students have already spent money in advertising, and just hasn't quite gone the way that they would have liked it to. So the first thing we always have to do is we have to make sure that it's just hey, your process needs to be tweaked. This is why you're not getting people to reach out to you. This is why your website doesn't really work. This is why hey, your LinkedIn profile is not really conveying the right message, not speaking to the right person. Yeah, just a lot of little things. This is why whenever you reach out to someone, they don't respond to you. All these little things. So it's just hey man, you don't need advertisements, not at the stage you're at. If you're already at $12,000 per month, then we could say, hey, let's turn on the advertisements, and you'd be able to really sustain any kind of ad spend. You can really make a good amount of money if you have maximum $1,000 per month ad spend, and your business is so strong that you know that all the ads that they come in, the person's paying at least $1,000 per month, then $1,000 per month ad that brings in like 1 to 2 clients that pay at least $1,000 a month, you're profiting like $24,000 off of $1,000 in ad spend. And that's really how you start finding those like upper levels of success really quickly. But it only comes once you know you can consistently sell people for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per month. So I'm just kind of leaving you with that thought. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it resonates with you. And hopefully you don't spend $1 million in advertising like I did when I first got started. I lost all my money in advertising when I first got started, which was like why I was so hesitant to start advertising, especially for like my mentorship program. But I mean, I ended up spending, I paid what, probably $20,000 to learn how to actually advertise. So on top of the ad spend, I paid $20,000 to like sit with like 3 or 4 different coaches and like just mentors who are already running ads to learn this process. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, once you figure it out, you just never really have to like look back, and it's just easier. Now, what I'm kind of working on today, and what even brought up this video, is that my voice is kind of like changing for some reason. It's like gassy sometimes. All that to say is I'm trying to learn Twitter advertising, and it's slightly different than Facebook ads. It's slightly different than Instagram ads. So it's almost like I'm spewing out money, about $100 to $200 a day, to kind of figure out which advertising objectives work, which ones don't work, what should I be doing, how should I be writing the ads, what resonates with the people on Twitter. And then we're really just kind of enjoying that little journey right now. But it's just kind of like, I can see for a lot of people, like if they're spending like, $300 a month on ads and they're not getting any clients from it, they generally get very, very frustrated. And that's generally because you don't really have proper expectations. You don't really know how much money it's going to cost to get a client. So that's why it's like,